At the top of the mountain we will climb.
All of the work activities are in really quite constrained areas, so the plunge pool and the pump station, all really tight. Guys kind of work on top of each other in those spaces. Then we've got the pool, the main pond, and then the channels. There's not a heck of a lot of space. Once we've got those constructed, we can't really use them for laying down materials, laying down metal or aggregate. So it ends up being quite a bitsy, tight, difficult site to work.
Only you can set your limits. If you've been told that it's not worth it, then that's a lie.
So the kayak building will be wrapping around here. That will be filled with water, and sort of where the precast is going to go with water will line up against the house. So all around here is going to be the lower pond where all the water is stored. When we turn the courses on, we turn on the pumps. So there's 7 pumps in total. Each of them is between one of the dividing walls. So there's 3 pumps on the left hand side, which is for the short course, and 4 pumps on the right hand side, which is for the long course, and for the waterfall as well. The pumps run on variable speed drives, so we can turn them up and turn them down depending on how much flow we want to go down the channels. Obviously more flow makes it more challenging. Yeah, we'll go down and have a look at the pump station in a sec.
The road is long, but it can get bendy.
Where the concrete all drops away, it works as an energy dissipation for the waterfall. So there'll be a waterfall about 3-4 metres above the top of concrete level with a former on it, so we can create a safe shape for the waterfall. And then this whole thing acts as an energy dissipation, and it forces the raft out. So the raft will be coming over the top of the waterfall, down a 4.5 metre drop, and then it gets formed out the exit. Sort of these side walls come in to direct the rafts back out and into the lower pond area.
Kayakers are going to use it as well?
Good question. I don't know. They'd have to be brave.
You can keep the momentum. If you get tired and can't move on, just think of what you'll find at the end. And maybe then if you try, it's the hardest thing to know. 'Cause when you're up in the sky, waving your troubles goodbye.
Yeah, so this is the short course channel where this comes out into the lower pond. So the guys, the way we built this is we cut it all too wide to begin with. We stabilised the floor, which is the same as what they're doing in the lower pond at the moment. Then we stabilised all this lighter coloured material on the sides and reconstructed the walls. That gives us our waterproofing and our strength for the channels. Then the guys will come back through and they'll cut the channels to the right shape. Then it'll be covered in shotcrete, which is like a sprayed concrete on the walls, and a cast in situ floor. Then that'll be our finished channel. This bit's the long course channel, so this is all still quite under construction. We're building a keystone wall, which is like you can see all the geogrid, which gives it the strength along the side. Then we'll be constructing the side of the channel. The guys are just starting to build the side of the stabilised channel in here at the moment as well, and then that'll end up looking like a short course channel over the other side. So this one's the advanced side, that one there's more the beginner side. Yeah, so the channel it's got a constant width and then it sort of flares out in parts. The idea of that is when the water's running down through the channel, you create back eddies in the back of where it flares out, so that gives sort of points of interest for kayakers, gives them a point where they can put the poles for slalom racing. It becomes more difficult. The other thing we'll be putting in here are what's called movable and non-movable groins, which are kind of big concrete protrusions which will come out into the channel, and then that'll create more back eddies around the back of the structures.